High achievers know how to work. We know how to show up, we know how to learn, we know how to perform. And if you're an immigrant woman, it gets even deeper because achievement isn't just personal, it's survival, it's proof, it's do not waste the sacrifice. You become the woman who's always doing the next right thing. But the risk is this: you can become so focused on being productive that you never ask if you're happy doing what you're doing. You can be so focused on being respected that you forget what it is that you want. You can be so focused on staying relevant that you build a life that keeps you busy, but that life never really feels like yours. And the longer you go without asking the question, the harder it is for you to stop because you start thinking, well, I already put in all this time. And then you keep going. There is a woman that I listened to today. She was laid off from a job that she had for 11 years. And what she said was so honest. She talked about always chasing the next big thing in her tech career: promotion, bigger projects, more responsibilities, more achievements. And she described it like if you dangle the carrot, she would just go and chase it. Not because she was desperate, but because she was wired that way. And she said that the regret wasn't the work. Her regret was that she didn't stop earlier to ask herself this question: is this even what I want? That question sounds very simple, but it's hard when you're a high achiever because high achievers are trained to push through, not pause. And then she said something that made me think. If she could go back, she would have built her personal brand earlier. She would have created content earlier. She would have made money from her skills earlier. She would have built a community earlier. And not because she wanted fame, but because she realized that she wanted freedom, and those things would give her the freedom that she wanted. So she also wanted options. And she was saying this at 38 years old, like, hey, better late than never. And I sat with that because I know that feeling. And I was thinking about my own versions of that regret. My version of that regret looks different. I didn't chase promotions the same way. I chased tools. I chased platforms. I chased the new thing. I started my online business when my son was 6 months old. Okay. So he's 18 now. And I had just been laid off from a job that I had for 9 years. And I entered online business with the mindset of a tech person. So, whatever it is, I can learn it. New software, I'll learn it. New platform, I'll learn it. New system, I'll learn it. And to be fair, that skill helped me survive and win a lot. But over time, that skill created a cycle because online business is a world where there is always a new tool, there is always a new platform, there is always a new trend, there is always a new best way to do something. So the question in my head became, what should I learn next so I stay marketable? And that was my version of chasing the next promotion. And this is something that wasn't random. It came from a belief that the more I know, the more valuable I am. And that belief, it sounds good until it keeps you in preparation mode forever. So here's what happened when you get stuck in that learning loop. You don't feel lazy. In fact, you feel productive because you're always watching something. You're always taking notes. You're always buying courses. You're always trying new platforms. But the problem is, if you're always learning, you're always in a beginner mode. And beginner mode can be very expensive. And it's not expensive that it's always about money, but it can also be expensive in time and expensive in energy, because every platform comes with new rules, they come with new settings, new updates, new learning curves. So you end up spending your best energy maintaining tools instead of building something steady. And you can go years like that. And this is something that I've seen happen to other online entrepreneurs, because people have 10 tools and no income. People have a beautiful website and no audience. And people have the perfect setup, but they're not consistent in anything. There's no consistency. Not because they're not smart, but because they keep upgrading the wrong thing in their business, in their life too. And if you are a high achiever, this is very easy to justify because learning actually feels like improvement to you. But improvement without visibility, it does not turn into freedom. So for me, here's the regret. And it's not a regret in a I'm sad way. It's a regret in a I wish I knew sooner way. And the regret is definitely not learning, because I love learning. The regret is spending so much time behind the scenes, so much time helping other people build their own visibility without building my name at the same time. Because tools, they can always change. Trends, they can change too. Platforms can change. But if people trust you, your voice, your thinking, your story, then you're not starting over every time the internet shifts. And that's what that lady I listened to, Daisy, was saying too. She wasn't saying be famous. She was saying build what follows you. Build what people associate with you. Build something that doesn't disappear when your job changes, or when a platform changes, or when the trend changes. And this is why I'm speaking directly to high achievers today, because being capable is not the same as being known. Being skilled is not the same as being visible. And if you keep putting all your energy into being capable, you can feel stuck. And here's why that question, do I like this life, is so hard. Because for a lot of us, the answer might require for us to change. And change can be uncomfortable. Actually, change is uncomfortable, especially if you build your identity around being competent. If you build your identity around being the one who gets things done, around being the reliable one. Instead of asking, we stay busy, we stay in motion, we stay in the next thing. And immigrant women, especially, many of us, we weren't raised to ask what we like. We were raised to do what works, to do what's stable, to do what makes our family proud, and to do also what keeps us safe. So asking, do I like this? It's something that can feel selfish for us, but it's not selfish at all. It's being honest with yourself. Because at the end of the day, your life is yours. And you are allowed to build a life that feels 100% like it's yours. So here's what I'm choosing now. Now I'm choosing less chasing. I'm choosing less tool hopping. I'm choosing less, oh, what's the new thing? What's the new trend? I'm choosing more simplicity. I'm choosing more focus. I'm choosing more repetition, more practice. I'm choosing more doing the same message consistently so people actually know what I do. I'm also choosing more building my brand like a home, not like a suitcase that I can keep packing and unpacking all the time. And yes, I'm also doing this at 50 years old. You heard it right, 50. And I'm saying that out loud because I need somebody listening to stop using age as a reason to delay. If you're still breathing, you still have time to build something that belongs to you because every day above ground is a blessed day. And the good thing about high achiever is once we decide, we start moving. So this is me deciding. I've already decided. I guess this is me saying it out loud and encouraging you by saying it here. So if you are a high achiever and you've been chasing the next thing, here's the question that I want you to sit with. Do I even like this life? Not is it impressive? Not does it look good? Not will people approve of that life? Do you like it? And if you don't, that doesn't mean that you failed. It means that you're awake. So drop a comment and tell me this. What is one thing that you've been chasing that you don't even enjoy anymore? And what is one thing that you'd build if you stopped chasing and started choosing? All right, y'all. This was day 58. I'm Webley. I show up here daily, imperfect on purpose, so that Black women, especially immigrant Black women, see proof that you can start ugly, you can skip the tech drama, and you can build your next stream of income online. If this helps you, subscribe because I will be back tomorrow. Bye.